Am I the asshole for banning my GF from using glass cups when she is over my house? My GF has problems with glass. She is clumsy, always has been, and has broken many others before now. And I would not mind, but she is also shit at cleaning the shards. This past week alone, she has dropped 3 glasses, 1 jar, 2 bowls, a coffee cup, and busted a plate by leaving it on the stovetop, while the oven was preheating despite being warned many times before that items should not be on the burners when the oven is heating, because the conduction carries through. She's been stressed out at work, so I kind of attribute a lot of it to that. I can't even really say which glass objects have injured me, specifically each time, just that I have been limping for a week because I stepped on a big shard that went into my foot, and some smaller ones went into my foot as well, plus some in my palms, because I missed them when I kneeled to pull the ones that were in my foot. I have stepped on or pressed my hand into glass for times this week. Tonight, when she asked for a soda, I poured it into a plastic cup instead of a glass one like she prefers and said she couldn't use my glasses, and she pitched a fit. I can't phrase it different. She progressively got angrier at me for bringing up the other broken glasses because they were just accidents and I shouldn't punish her, especially because I started mentioning others before this week, but even so, I am sick of going through gauze and tape. She insists I'm making a mountain of a molehill and I should clean it up myself to my specifications because she does her best. Not the asshole. Even unintended actions have consequences. The part about telling you to clean to your specifications is what gets me most here. If there is shattered glass on the floor, you clean up until it is gone so no one gets hurt. That's just common sense. Just like doing it yourself if you caused it. Does your girlfriend need glasses? My fianc used to drop fragile stuff, and finally when it affected our wallet, he agreed to go to the optometrist. No longer clumsy. Not the asshole. She unfortunately lost her glass privileges when you continued to get hurt. Not the asshole. I do support you both using plastics or camping cups if she's bothered by the smell of many plastics like me enameled metal. By the way, has she offered to replace any of this? That's a lot of stuff to break and just shrug off. Even my 5 years old has a better track record. Not the asshole for going with plastic. However, that's way too many dropped items in 1 week to be clumsiness. She needs to get her eyesight checked out. How long has this clumsiness been going on? I'd be worried that there's an underlying medical issue, because that's a huge number of items to have broken in such a short space of time. Does she give any reason why she drops things? Could be eyesight, nerve issues, or something more involved like a neurological problem, and the clumsiness is just a symptom. You need to encourage her to get checked out by a doctor because this isn't normal. My ex kept breaking all of my cups. Eventually, she Googled break-proof glasses, bought me a set, and those were the only ones she used. My new boyfriend broke 2 glasses before he got banished to the plastic. He deals just fine. Not the asshole. She's on par to break an entire set of dishes per month. If she's truly just clumsy because she's stressed, then maybe find an activity for her to distress daily. But if she's just that accident-prone all the time, she needs to accept that replacing entire dish sets 10 times per year is ridiculous. Not to mention having to worry about injuring yourself on a regular basis just walking around your home. Not the asshole. If someone has a habit of dropping things, it's reasonable to not offer them something that could break. Not the asshole. You did it respectfully. After she damaged your property and injured you, it is extremely reasonable for you to need to take action from it happening in the future. Even as your girlfriend, she is not, by default, entitled to your things. Accountability for this type of thing is a sign of respect for the person you love and their belongings. OP, I would be concerned that she didn't feel badly for breaking your shit and suggesting plasticware herself. I would ask her if she expected to just be able to keep doing so. You are not the asshole. Side note: Goodwill usually has tons of glassware and plasticware available. Tons. And Amazon has really nice unbreakable glass type unbreakable drinking glasses into the search data entry field. Not the asshole. If someone got hurt because of my clumsiness, I would be so upset and apologetic. I'd be extremely careful not to let it happen again. This nightmare asshole person keeps doing it and yells at you. Now that is a piece of work. This is not a high-quality person. At all. Not the asshole. Clumsy and can't clean up properly? Nope. I wouldn't let her near anything that can break. And given how little of a shit she seems to give about you actually being injured by her actions, I'd get her a sippy cup and tell her to learn some basic compassion. Not the asshole. If I was as clumsy as her, I would deliberately choose not to use glass and instead something that wouldn't break if I dropped them. The fact that she prefers glass when she keeps breaking is a red flag to me. Has she offered to pay you back for what she broke? Ask yourself if you really want to be with someone so selfish and if she isn't doing this deliberately. Not the asshole. Make her start replacing the things she breaks and maybe she'll start being more careful. Breaking a glass or dish occasionally is normal. 3 glasses, 1 jar, 2 bowls, a coffee cup, and busted a plate in 1 week is very unusual and goes beyond clumsiness. And then you're still stepping in glass after she cleans. It almost sounds like weaponized incompetence. Either she makes it on purpose or she need a doctor. No one is that clumsy. Info: does she have any neurological diagnosis? Or does she show any signs of an undiagnosed neurological disease? The amount is really concerning. How is she dropping them? Do her hands go weak and she drops them? Does she have tremors? Does she trip and drop them? Either she is dealing with something she needs to see a doctor for or she is doing it on purpose. Clumsy people don't break things that easily or as often. There's many neurological illnesses that flare up when someone has a lot emotional or physical stress. Heck, when I was in college my friends got me sippy cups as a pointed joke. Not the asshole, but no one can break this much in a week on separate occasions unless they have some sort of medical condition, sight, or they're doing it on purpose. I have double vision and no depth perception and I don't drop things that often. You say she has always been clumsy, but this sounds like it should be addressed with her doctor. Not the asshole, but she's behaving like a child. Not the asshole. But that doesn't sound like a normal number of breakages in my humble opinion. If she's breaking things at home too, I would seriously suggest asking her to get a checkup. Dropping them might suggest a motor control issue. Not the asshole. How broken is her phone screen? Someone else suggested she's doing this deliberately. If she was naturally clumsy, her stuff would be broken. I'll bet her phone, tablet, laptop, Kindle aren't broken. Not the asshole, but your GF needs to get checked out. That's not normal and it sounds like something is wrong. Could it be neurological? I have a friend with MS that drops things pretty regularly, but not 3x per week often. Maybe GF flipped because she suspects something is wrong. Not the asshole for being fed up with bloody hands and feet. Not the asshole. Last time I checked, protecting your own safety and health was in no way punishing another. And if doing her best ends up with you injured, that is not at all anywhere near best. That is mediocre and TBH uncaring. Accidents or not, that many incidents of someone breaking breakable dishes and you having injuries because of it warrants them not using the breakable dishes any longer. Heck, I'd even put that plastics only rule on myself if I broke half that many cups and such in a week time frame. This past week alone, she has dropped 3 glasses, 1 jar, 2 bowls, a coffee cup, and busted a plate. That is obnoxious. She'd be getting the kiddie cups for sure. Doubly so for her tantrum and inability to take responsibility. Not the asshole. Not the asshole, but holy cow, that's a lot of dropping stuff. She's broken more stuff than both my kids did the entire time I raised them. I'm clumsy, but this is excessive. I would be concerned she has something going on physically. Not the asshole, and your girlfriend needs to see a doctor because that is not remotely normal.